She is Anna. Anna. This is my great aunt, my grandmother's sister.
Mm.
She stayed at home when my grandmother. I was in Germany and met these people, visited with them, not these people, but their descendants. Visited them in the same home. This man had a nursery, a plant nursery. I have a picture of the two sisters standing in the plants, rows of plants.
Where?
This is in Gross Döpschitz, and this is another little place outside of Bautzen. Bautzen is the larger city, but then there are all these little villages around where different members of the family have lived. And it's been a real thrill to me to be in those same places where my father was with his mother, visiting the generations at that time. You know, kind of unbelievable. How could this happen to me? I guess we can push it, we can give credit here for Bob Robinson, who was Robert, his complete name was Robert Rex Robinson. His mother had married someone who wasn't a German. But this young man, in his teenage time, developed a love for family and respect for the family, and wanting to research, and did massive research, more than anyone I've ever known or known of. Some of his research goes back very, very far. I couldn't say how far exactly. But his 2-volume book was indexed by one person who has listed over 7,500 family names. I had the good fortune to know him and be invited by him to go with him and his mother in 1982 to Germany and meet all these people he had discovered who were living today around in these different places in East Germany. So that was 1982 that we made that trip.
I think we passed by.
Now this is a picture I liked so well that I was looking for. She had it over there. I don't know, but I couldn't find it. This is Friedrich Bastian. Many people are familiar with the name Sebastian. This is just Bastian in English. In German we say Bastian. Friedrich Bastian. In Austin he seems to be known more by Fritz. Well, I have discovered, since my mother is not here to tell me, maybe she didn't know, but that in our German Texan Heritage Society, which I've been a member of since it's the first day it ever was conceived of, he is one of the trustees of the German Free School, which eventually the building was given to the German Texan Heritage Society by the present by the owner in that day. And it's open to the public. Anyone interested in joining the German Texan Heritage Society is invited to do so.
So this is Mr.
Friedrich Bastian. He is my great-grandfather.
And he lived in?
He lived out. Now, what is interesting about him was just beyond belief for me. I went to Germany in 1989 just because I wanted to go to Braunfels and heard that there was a group in here in New Braunfels getting together to go over because they were having a celebration with their sister cities. So by 1989, my parents had both died. I had some money I didn't have before, and I decided I wanted to go back, and I wanted this time to go to Braunfels. I had also, and go with this group from here, which I did. By that time, I had accumulated a number of people I had in correspondence. I had a teacher in Braunfels I was corresponding with since the first trip that a group from Braunfels came here. And so I'll leave it at that for now, but in '89 then I had a number of correspondents in Braunfels. Some were kin, some were not. But it was a kind of a hobby of mine to keep up with these people. They seemed to enjoy having letters coming from our country, and I certainly enjoyed having theirs. When I went, I had somehow, I don't remember the details of how I came to find the hometown from this man who was my mother's grandfather. To me, that's close. Okay, as I've said, she had many aunts and uncles and cousins. I went to a cousin. I had been told somehow, like I say, I don't remember how I happened to be able to find out what city he came from. But I did by going to talk to Valley Flockmeyer. She was born Hughes, Valley Hughes Flockmeyer, had the obituary from the Austin paper, which told that he came from Wülfrath. It's pronounced Wülfrath, but W-U-L-F-R-A-T-H. Okay, with that knowledge, I went on my trip, and one of the places that I went was Cologne, Germany, Köln. In Köln, there's a correspondent I had corresponded with since I was in high school. She wasn't living in Cologne at the time. She was living in Breslau, where my grandfather Reisner came from. But all right, she invited me to come to Cologne, which I did.
This would be...
This is to visit Margarete. Margarete Feige. Her married name was Eichert. Okay. I went to visit her on her invitation,